need someone to love me. Just one true kiss.
All right, then, we'll pucker up. And he'll give a sweet kiss on the cheek.
You gotta get some teeth in there, you know? She doesn't have lips anymore.
It is missing the magic, but it's okay. My mother always told me not to fear an arranged marriage. It only takes time. And we will have all the time in the world. And then there is a screech above you. And then a final solid clunk as the lid of the glass coffin slides into place.
All right, I mean, I'm fine. It's just, you gotta tell me. I saw a skeleton. I mean, you just gotta explain that.
I suppose it's time to be truthful with you. Yes, I've sadly, my looks have gone a long time ago. I was left here, you know. A surefire thing, they said. Certain to bring the finest marriage. What could go wrong? Everyone knows that when enchanted to sleep, you will be awakened by love's true kiss. And I'm sure it's true. After all, it could not have been a lie. True love will come eventually. He will come. The right one will be here. Finally. No matter how many tries it takes.
So, I'm wondering if he can, has he heard of these kind of curses before?
Oh, yes. I mean, everybody's heard of the love's true kiss curse. Mm-hmm. Curse, to sleep until you're awoken by your one true love.
Well, whoever put you in that curse kind of messed up by putting you in a place where basically no one would find you. I mean, come on.
And then there's a clear undertone now of just like, and forgetting that you need to breathe.
Right, that's important.
But not anymore. I've waited, and I will wait. Sleeping here until he comes. Maybe you'll be him.
Well,
after all those others, they could not get true love in their hearts.
I think he feels pretty sorry for the spirit, and he loves stories of knights and maidens or brave lady knights and princes. But I think he would. I don't know if it counts as true love, but he'd try to give her the picturesque kiss on the lips.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to fulfill the story, express true love upon this cursed maiden.
I think so. Yeah.
So that sounds
he fancies himself a knight. So
that sounds like an epic and heroic action. So I would set the difficulty for that for 20, which means you're going to need help from somebody somehow to accomplish this.
Are we there in the area?
You have so. You have run over to the. You have come over to follow where Sniff Snout and Millinery disappeared to. And in front of you, you come upon, you see what a pile of stone shards that have been arranged in around. Oh, well, they look almost vaguely like tree stumps and piles of trash, but not really. You can clearly tell they're just stone shards. Look like they've been broken off from the same stone that makes up the rest of the cavern.
And
But
how
in the
much of that
cent-
interaction did we catch?
Well, that's it. And in the center of this, you arrive just in time to see a glass see a large glass coffin, elegantly carved, beautifully preserved upon a pedestal of black stone on which are engraved red petals and green vines in a elegant and beautiful display. But lying inside the coffin, you see sniffed out and an ancient crumbled skeleton. Its arms somehow laying upon his back, but with no connecting tendons, and even the bone itself looks like it is decaying and falling to pieces. Actually, so you've got we have a well, no, you're the chef, but we do have both druidic magic practitioners and demon summoners, and Firclix have some familiarity with bone. You are looking at minimum centuries old bones.
That's sad.
He's been there for decades and years.
So I got an 8 on my storyteller, just as a base result to.
So if you want to have Sniffed Out find true love here, he's going to need a lot of help.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. Oh, go ahead, Daisy.
No, you go first. I apologize.
No, I cut you off.
I was going to, because I have a tinkerer, I'm going to set the mood, make it all nice and romantic, and I'm going to create like that, that scene from like Little Mermaid where all the creatures start singing? I'm going to create a 1,000 of them very quickly like this, like my hands are shaking, and just spew them out, and they start singing, and they're like, like, sha-la-la-la-my, oh my. What's that song?
So I'm picturing little like wind-up toys.
Yeah, and they can sing really well.
Yes. So you were trying to set a romantic mood with little wind-up toys. Go ahead, roll your tinkerers to help. Remember, only 6s count.
No 6s, darn.
Oh, there's still a chance.
10.
True love still is a chance.
If it's possible, Mackie he has a experimental mutagen. He will try to stab into the skeleton, which will attach like muscle and skin, hopefully, to make it more appealing to.
To the living.
Yes. So you're going to attempt to grow a horrific monstrosity of flesh and bone for Sniffed Out to romance. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, I want. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Something a little more alive.
Go for it.
46. 16.
Ooh, got a 6.
Nice.
Yes.
My game plan
Okay,
is
14.
I'm a best friend to critters, and sometimes you have to help critters get the getting done. So I probably have some kind of pheromone around, so whatever, just pure lust will hopefully help when romantic feelings won't.
So you probably you're gonna like squirt musk over Sniffed Out. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, all over everything.
Pheromones.
All right, roll your best friend to critters.
I got one.
Yeah,
So we are at a wait. Does that make a 20?
it does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how far we can go over, though.
Yes. So let's hear how our infernal cleric with Martha Stewart skills also. So let's hear how.
Make a nice cake.
All of the ingredients for a romantic evening here. So I'm hopefully going to gather the right items to really spruce up this musty old coffin and give it a romantic feel. Oh, I got a 6.
Nice.
So I guess I
Let's
count
get the
some
hell out of it.
candles.
All right. So we know what the results can be, but this is going to take some role playing out, I think,
Mhm.
to explain exactly how this whole thing comes together. So you come up and you've been hearing every word she says, and up until the point where the coffin lid actually clicks into place, you hear Sniff Snout's replies, which was up to what we've role played. Now it is you look upon and see she is millinery is trying to. Musa says, "Please believe me. You will understand. It may take time, but I am sure love is not painless or without work. So please do not resent me for the suffocation. You will come to know this, but a short, minor moment of terror before the eternity that lies before us." And sniffs out as the coffin is sealed behind you. You start to feel your breath start to get shallow.
And I think he might say, as all the fire stuff is going off, and the tinker creature, the results of the tinkering and everything is going off at once. I think he would be like, "Heroes don't wait," and you'll give her a big old smooch.
Her eyes wide in surprise, and her hands reach out as if instinctively, just to push you away, and the coffin lid gets jarred loose, and now you can hear your friends outside. There is some god awful cacophony coming from a bunch of music boxes or something, but also you smell a sudden scent wafting in through the gap with the fresh air, and you feel invigorated somehow. A bit of pep comes back to you, as if you remember when you were a younger kobold, and it was just starting to run through the woods and swamps. But and then, to your amazement, exactly how do you apply your mutagen, Mackie?
I was hoping with some sort of syringe. I don't know if it's shot into the skeleton or if I literally run in there and stab it, but that was my hope.
All right. How about a foot? You stab a foot.
Perfect.
Does that work? Yes.
Yep.
You start to feel where bones have been crumbling to dust under your weight. You start to feel it pushing back against you, and there's a gasp from millinery beneath you, and she says, "What is this? What is this feeling? I feel warm. I feel. Is this? No, it can't. Is this what love feels like? Love hurts." And then she screams as flesh bursts out of her bones and starts to reconstitute himself. And you find yourself holding a bloody, skinless torso.
Oh boy!
Sniffs out.
You're welcome.
Crawling and pulsating beneath you as it grows and surges and waves.
He committed. He is brave and a knight.
I shout, "Fingers does she have?"
Right now, quick count seems to be about 14. But it seems to be changing from moment to moment.
That's good. That's extra.
They will have strong children.
Daisy just starts screaming like, "We just came down to get some gold. What is this?"
He found
Careful,
your treasure.
Careful, Sniffs out. She's all hands.
Oh God!
This is falling apart so
And she stares up and says, "One," and says, It was true. I didn't imagine. After all this time, my heart is beating. It is beating with love." And as she says that, something breaks and the spurt of blood goes, careening out of her chest. I feel it overflowing. My love is my love pouring out upon the world. I'd never imagined it would feel like this. They never told me it would feel like this. And there's a splorch as her shoulder regrows. Well, a shoulder grows. It's probably not the original one at this point.
Shoulders are very sexy, so the more the merrier.
Oh. Please.
Welcome to life. It kinda sucks.
It's wonderful. And she grabs you and stands up and says, I'm free. I'm alive. I'm alive! And she stands up, a full, breaking the glass coffin and shards all around her as she comes to her feet. And a elongated, 8-foot tall, corded, muscular creature. Long, clawed hands stretching in front of her. 3 legs upon the grounds, two of them ending in just clotted masses of flesh, like an elephant's hoof upon the ground. The third, a delicately proportioned woman's leg. And with a final splurch and surge, red raw skin forms upon the raw muscle that had been forming her body, and finally the changes start to slow down, and she stares upon you with her striking orange eyes with cat slits and goes, We will have our happily ever after together, and pulls you up into a hug, and practically squeezing the life out of you as she twirls around in a happy dance.
I'm trying to imagine the size difference.
It's
very
gigantic.
small.
Yes.
So she picks him up like a little treat.
Like a little puppy, dancing around with you, or a little kid. Yes.
I give a thumbs up and go, "You guys look great. You look great. This is fantastic. Mazel tov."
When's the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. As soon as possible. We must. Well, I must have my father and my brothers and my mother must be there. We must go to the surface at once. Yes, back to the castle. Yes, we must. Come, follow me. Yes, we must go immediately. And she
Should one of
starts
us
to turn.
tell her bad things happen when we promise to bring someone back to a castle?
I feel like there's so many points where Sniff Snout should know better, but
I mean,
the brawler / storyteller part of him that wants to be a knight is like a castle.
Yes, it is the most beautiful place. I cannot wait to show it to you. Oh, and introduce you to my parents and to the people. They will love you as I love you.
Maybe not the same way.
And a friend, No, yes, obviously, but with the same intensity, I'm sure. We will raise them all from the dead, so that they may look upon us and bless our union.
Someone who knows
Come!
better needs to rescue poor Stiff Snout.
I mean, we already have an Infernal Cleric. I think we're all set on the summoning demons and dead part. So I think you're covered, Sniff Snout,
Yes.
and now alive, lady.
Yes. Oh, yes. Your friends. Yes. Of course. Please, I am so happy to. I'm so happy to meet you all. Please, I hope that you will attend the wedding.
Oh, totally.
I would not miss it.
Oh man, I already got a present for you guys already ready. I'm gonna get a nice big tub of just fire coals. It's gonna make it look beautiful in your house. I'm so excited. Oh my god, muscle tough.
It sounds so wonderful. At that, I think we will cut the session. We're now a little bit overdue.
I'm sorry I got married.
You got engaged.
Dude, I was oh my god, he's just going because he was giving you so many tries to get out of it and fight her or something, but no, you kept going and going.
I mean, in my mind, Stiff Snout very much wants to be the typical dude, so that means meeting up with pretty ladies and being a brave, brave knight, and I think that turned out poorly for him. I think those were bad ideas.
What?
Oh no!
What are you talking about? This is true love, obviously.
I mean, dude,
Honest,
He is not the
I
brightest.
wasn't sure the way you were going with the storytelling. Like at first, I'm like, she's evil, then I'm like, oh no, this is going well. He's actually doing a good thing. Like, oh god, no.
now
I don't know. I got hooked on. I got hooked on. What is it? Cinderella. So it's just like, of course he would see himself as the prince in this situation.